A boy child wants a father figure. When this one misses, and then the generations get affected. When I talk about the statistics, in divorce, when divorce has happened, 65% of the ladies, all the daughters, they have high chances of getting divorced in their marriages in the future. The children who are the boy child who are born from the divorce and separations, they have 35%. This is why we say that father figure, it is an important thing. And when you talk about father figure, we have a lot to bring, and we have something that we don't have. We don't need to afford to. I really, I think this is a very good question that I need to tackle so that we make an impact. Look to the new culture we have, whereby they say it's not a must. I have a husband. It's not a must. I have my children have a dad. It's a must. This is something that we are just doing it for the sake. But when you come to the real statistics, when you go to the real things, children who are born out of divorce, who have been left out of divorce, they have risk of having mental illness. These cases have been proved. Go to mental health facilities, you will get the statistics. Children who are born out of this divorce, they have high chances of being good. They have high chances of maybe having malfunctioning. Maybe they can have behavioral problems. Thank you so much. Good. Happy to see you. All right. Thank you. Fatherhood, I think it means when you are a father, you produce a child, and then you take responsibility of that child. Yeah, I think there's a lot of things that's going around, and then we have there's a new culture that has settled down. You see around some people think that father, it's not a must. Like now, it's not a must to have a father. And in the weeks for the ladies, we just talk about it. It's not a must. As long as I have kids, I have to take a kids. But I think through my professional level and with this experience I have, father means a lot. This is meaning like a father, a father figure has the impact to the child continuously. And when father leaves, he leaves the impact to the child and he leaves the impact to the generations. Just as a father, for me, with my experience I have, father is important. And the father, you can do without a father. That's why if you go to the statistics, we study from the statistics to the other, it's very clear that a family that has no, they really suffer a lot. If I can just give you to the statistics, look to the, let us go to the prisons, look to our hospitals, our mental health. Many children who have convicted with various crimes in prisons, aren't children from them. Reasons being, it's because they lack of other people. It is important. There's something that I want our viewers to understand. There's what a father can give. Mothers, I know there's some mothers who have tried so well, who have brought up their children well, and that they have been successful. But not all the cases. High numbers of the cases, children have been affected. That's why I say that father figure is important. Our mothers, they give us what we call unconditional love. Our father figure gives us conditional love. And the conditional and conditional love, they are very important for the growth of a child. And when conditional love misses, the child misses a lot. Look what is happening to the social media. It doesn't matter, it's about mother. It means even let us ask our fathers. Now me being a father, I have seen fathers who have grown to be responsible. Some people have lost their families because of cheating, because of having a side chick. Once the wife leaves, I've seen many relations which have been failed because of divorce and separation. I've seen whereby after divorce, now the mother try to weaponize the children over the father. But the real thing is that this will, once we go to court, it doesn't solve the issue out. Many cases, I can tell you, I've worked in court. The cases which are coming, I've worked as a police officer. In police, in court, it doesn't solve the problem. Yes, you have taken the father to the court. Yes, you want a maintenance fee. Yes, you want the child to be taken. It is not about the child, but the betterment of the growth of the child. It is not about the school fees. It is not about you give the basic needs. It's about that dad to be there. A daughter wants someone who gives her, the dad is going to be there to provide the standards. A boy child wants a father figure. When this one misses, and then the generations get affected. When I talked about the statistics, in divorce, when divorce has happened, 65% of the ladies, or the daughters, they have high chances of getting divorced in their marriages in the future. The children who are the boy child who are born from the divorce and separations, they have 35%. This is why we say that father figure, it is an important thing. And when you talk about father figure, we have a lot to pray. And we have something that we don't need to afford to. And really, nothing, I think this is a very good question that I need to tackle so that we make an impact. Look to the new culture we have, whereby they say it's not a must I have a husband. It's not a must I have my children have a dad. It's a must. This is something that we are just doing it for the sake. But when you come to the real statistics, when you go to the real things, children who are born out of out of divorce, who have been left out of divorce, they have risk of having mental illness. These cases have been proved. Go to mental health facilities, you will get the statistics. Children who are born out of this divorce, they have high chances of doing what? They have high chances of maybe having malfunctioning. Maybe they can have behavioral problems. When I talk about behavioral problems, that's why now we end up to quote now committing high crimes, right? Look to the rape, because now the child, the boy child, didn't experience the fatherhood, because the daughter didn't experience the fatherhood. Rape takes place. Children itself, the daughters, you can get that they have the problem in the attachment. You get that they are doing things like, if it's about in relationship, they are overdoing things because they missed that love, that love of God. So that's why I say that father figure is an important. For me, whatever that I have started and whatever that the experience I've experienced, father figure is important in a family, in a marriage. We need to strive. Nothing comes easy. Being a father, it is taking responsibility. You too, as a mother, what role do you play to make sure that in a family, fatherhood, it means a lot. I can answer this question. I can crown it by saying that father father figure is important. And without a father, if father goes away, generations will be affected. Thank you. When we talk about healthy conditional love, obvious, when there is a father figure in the house, fathers are the people who can control, right? They can love you, but they can have limits. They can set standards. So in an healthy condition is whereby maybe we have the standard of the house. The father sets the standard. You have the bylaws that you need to follow. You have the rules in the family that you follow. Who makes sure that those rules have been followed? It is the father. When that happens, it creates a very conducive environment whereby the child growth, That's very effective for you. And when you talk about unconditional love, I want you to get me this. Unconditional love is whereby maybe you give it, you don't care, right? No matter what happens, you stay like, you give it all. No matter the mistakes, no matter what, those students who are only experiencing unconditional love phobias, they tend not to obey to rules. They tend not to have that discipline itself, because you have been given. Once you see the child has made a mistake, you are giving conditional love. You don't care. You say, "Daddy, kababa, it's okay. Kababa, no consequences." You say it's not. They take it normal to make a mistake, and that's why children who have been found in unconditional love, they don't care whatever they do, right? You get that they don't have discipline. Let's come to the statistics. I want to say that we do statistics. The statistics now in the game. Students who have been brought up in a functional way that there's a father and a mother, they tend to do so well compared to students who have been born with it, without a father. And also, the statistics are very clear. Students who have been born with a father, they tend to do so well in terms of mannerism, in terms of the behaviors, in terms of success. Those statistics are very clear. Though in some conditions you can get it, you have a good mothers who have taken care of good of their children, but not that statistics is what is showed that the numbers are not that appealing. The numbers that we just say that are good, it's whereby the father, a father a father figure where you can get that father, it's not been affected by drugs and the other things. They tend to take so well to them, and they do so well when it comes to life. The growth takes place so well. But in terms the high cases and high numbers that we have, whereby today's children have been brought up by the mother, they get affected. I mean, like where this absence of the father figure. That's what I mean. It's not about gender thing. Where this the absence of father, children tend to be so reckless, to be so they have a lot of there's a lot of damage that happens. That's what I mean. Yeah. Um, yeah, sure. I was prepared like a pastor. Yes, I'm a Christian. Really, father, you don't wake up to be a father. And being a Christian, no accidents actually. Father is something that you need to plan. I want to talk to our young people. Father figure. You don't wake up, just wake up. You say, I want to be a father. No, father figure. It's about preparation. Being a father is about responsibility. And if it's about responsibility, you have to be prepared so well that being a father, you should have a purpose. You don't wake up and then you start children, and then because you can produce. No, being a father is something that you need to prepare. Okay, that's what I know. Like now in a Christian family, you have to be prepared. I can remember. Let me take you back. Take you back in our traditional way of life. The traditional way of life, you have to be prepared. We had our grandfathers, we have our mothers. They have to prepare you. You have to know the laws that you need to do. It's not like right now. So what I mean, like, once you're in a Christian, there's a way that we have some of them. Like now, our church after no more preaching, we do have in the afternoon where we have family life. Family life is whereby now we talk about family. So I really used to attend those forums, and that's where I got my knowledge from about father, and it has helped me to keep on my life. So what I can talk about to all men who have not been father thing is something that you need to you need to figure it out. You need to ask yourself what you want, what you after. If you can't say that you want to give children only that you be a father. No, I've told you, father is about responsibility. You need money. You need how to plan for yourself. So father thing is something you need to prepare. I really like for my case, I can just say that I prepared so well, and I have free. My purpose is all about I'll give the others about it. Yeah. Being a father, something is a good, that's a good feeling. So, being a part also, that's it. You are the provider, you are the protector, you are the problem solver, and everything people look up to you. So there's other times, being a father, like, people are looking into you, and then you do that. But I think that one is never, it's not just to throw the towel. Always, as a father, always, I've told you, you have to look ahead, and always you should have a big picture. We want to be a good father. Have always a very, always have, regardless in the family, have to, anything I do, have to have a good picture. Even if we have a conflict in the family, I don't look to the conflict. I told you, like, my purpose. I want to do this, and like the records I want to do this. Definitely do that. Have a very good life. So the other things sometimes that can happen. Going to do what I, as a part also, what I can, what to be a person. You can't regret it. There comes a time as a part. But if it's about arguments, there comes a time compromise. And being a father and being you're a person who sometimes um, even from the psychological thing, how we do, we are doing different. Actually, what we have learned again as a father and husband and the wife, we are not identical things. Okay, me and my wife, we don't think the same. We think so different. Okay, and the way I do my things is not the same. So, like, there's this thing that people talk about. Like a man can be a man. We are not. We are the same. We are horror human, but we don't come from the same. Everyone comes from different because the way we think it is so different. Okay? Like now, for me, this there comes a time, father, we tend to forget so quickly. We have a soft memory. Some subjects have been done. If for us, a man, we only listen for only 2 minutes. 2 minutes. After 2 minutes, you are not there. So being a father, I always talk to them. Let me talk to those ones who are being asked. If you want to talk with your husband, you don't need to give a lot of story. Just talk 2 minutes. Give yourself, this is what I want. Though it can be so disappointing as a father, the way you do your things, but you have to be focused. As a father, you have to be focused. And as a father, you should be always, if you want to be a good dad, you should be always do research on what you do. Don't be a dad that just be there things to happen. No. You should be a provider. You should also create systems on how you can do it. Father, it's about, I told you it's about responsibility, and the responsibility is not easy. It's like now you have been given a yoke. So that yoke you have to make how it can happen. And if you want to be a good father, always put yourself down. Even if you have a family, it's something that used to happen. But you are a father and then you forget yourself. You are carrying people, but you don't forget yourself. No, nothing. Once I want to talk to the people, like, you are a father, your salary, what? Buy a good salary. If it's about food, just give before you give yourself. Love yourself. You can't go from an. Yeah. That's what I've seen. If you see, like, our dads, actually, they struggle with everything. And then you see that we have many people who are like, our dads in the village who are suffering. We are enjoying here that is a city, but our dads are suffering there. And what I want to talk to the fathers now who are current, who are listening to me, put yourself first. In anything you do it for yourself first. Give yourself a favor. Have some self-care. Buy a good, when you buy for your family, buy something for you. How do you motivate? A father must be motivated always. And if the father is motivated always, achieves more and makes the family to be happy. But if you sacrifice more to your family, I say you will be disappointed and then you will be having a lot of disappointments. You are not going to be a good father. So as a father, the one thing that I want to talk to, I have learned is about you have to always you have to have self care and you have to, when you do that, obvious have something to give. Not really, Once I read, I think once I read always, I read. Let me tell you something. What keeps me going? It's my leadership and my family. The balance, if you get a balance. Um, Always, I'm a leader who likes even when you can have the priority. My family is as a father. That's what I think. Whenever my family, I have issues with the family, right? When I'm at work, I have to make sure that I don't talk to them. I can have issues with my workers. I can have issues with the way I work, but I make sure that I solve them. And once I'm at home, yes, it's a thing that I do with my wife, doing health. That's what I like. And also, um, and as a father, always you should know how to balance the equilibrium, of which I mean like you have to find balance so that one so that you don't take the burnout from us to affect the family. And then all these perspectives. If the family, if you have problem in the family, if you have problem at work, your family. So you should always learn to solve the problem before they can outburst. Meaning, if there's about issues, problems are inevitable. You can't avoid problems, and we can't run away from problems. I have to try all my best to make sure that I solve the problem. If it's that my family have to solve a problem, I have to make sure that if I got out of the house, if I had a conflict with my family, I have to solve it out. I have to forgive. You can't be a leader who doesn't forgive. Actually, you have problems. Everything, every time you got my work, I don't call you. We clash with you. I forgive very quickly so that I can have my own peace at home. My home, when you have issues in the home, I forgive very quickly. And that's what a leader is supposed to be. And that's what has been perfect working for me. I don't take things serious. I'm a guy who takes things simple. You cried with me, I tell you, you cried with me, Martin, I'm sorry for that. I go and I don't carry it on my heart. With my family, if there is a problem, I tell them let's solve. And if I made something, I'm sorry. Or can we talk it with you? And that's what I've made. Keep on well. Oh, nice. If you want to be a dad, actually, what I can talk about, you should run away from, the culture that we are having right now. Run about, being a dad. Being a dad is actually something, and it is having a family. It is a good legacy. And that's legacy that you can have. And actually, I want to talk about problems and in any relationship, obviously. The good thing about relationship is not when you have happy moments. No, relationship is when you solve problems daily by daily. When you have problems, they come, you solve. When they have the issues, you solve. But whether it is in the marriage, in the family, it's not work in the back. It's not all about the cake and about the getting the cake and chocolate. No, and the candle. Marriage is whereby you solve the problem you can solve. When you come together as a family, you come together to solve the problem that you have. And there's no one who's perfect. And you can't get to someone who's perfect. So as a father, if you are married to somebody, you have a children, just know that that wife you have cannot be perfect. And if you cannot be perfect, kindly learn how you can work on your affection so that you accommodate the other. Actually, let me tell you, laugh always. There's something that I like this week. Love always works whereby when you sacrifice for somebody, when you make someone happy about your love, that's when you can enjoy. But when you want to enjoy that love without giving out, then you can't do it. I don't know, like, I want to make this one. You have to sacrifice for somebody. You have to make that person to feel loved, for you to be loved. Okay? It's not like I've seen like there's people say like I need to be happy first. No, you have to make that person happy, and by making that person happy, there comes a moment that your wife, your children cannot be happy about it, but you have to, it's your allowed to make them happy so that you can live on your own. And also, I want to say that problems are there, and the only thing that you can do, divorce is not it's not a best solution. So what I come to say that in all the circumstances as we have in our talk, divorce has a lot of impact. It has a negative impact to our generations. I want to talk to those who want to be a dad. Always think on how your relationship can work. Don't attempt to talk. Don't subscribe to those people who are talking that marriage doesn't work out. Marriage is a scam. Marriage is not a scam. As a psychologist, these ones I want to make it clear. An attempt, to talk about marriage is bad. That one has not come yet. You can't be a youth. You want to be married and then you lose. Every time you're talking about the divorce, you are already prepared your fall. Always our Kenyan youths where they are, marriage is good. And look at the Kenyan, those people who are married in church. High percent by married. We have good fathers who are in church. So I want to talk to those ones who are there that it's a good thing to be a father, it's a good thing to take responsibility, and it is a good thing we learn to solve problems before they get us to make it. It can be better, it can feel happy today. Our relationship can feel happy today. Tomorrow it can be better. If we can solve our problems on a daily basis. Which obvious love is whereby you solve a problem. And the more you solve a problem, you love each other more. So those ones who are afraid they want to be a dad, no matter the circumstances, remain to your purpose. And that purpose of being a good father. Can't regret, and that's a best legacy. Thank you.